My name is Will Hamilton, and I'll be talking to you about my grandpa, Dickie Lease. His favorite Bible verse, and his verse to go by, is John 3:16. For God so loved the world, that he gave his one and only Son, that whoever believes in him shall not perish, but have eternal life. His father, Donald Lease, was born on August 15, 1916. His mother, Gladys Algier Lease, was born on March 8, 1913. He had an older sister, Donna, and a younger brother, Robert. Marion and Anna, his dad's parents, were both born in Iowa. August, his mom's father, was born in Germany, and his mom's mother was born in Canova, South Dakota. Marion and Anna lived in Coleman, South Dakota. August and Louise lived in Howard, South Dakota. Donald was a farmer, and Gladys was a homemaker. Dick enjoyed having Christmas in Howard because he got to spend time with his family. He was born at his parents' farmhouse on July 11, 1939, at about noon. He was born with blue eyes and brown hair. Bill Harrington and Danny Lee, his friends, would often like to play marbles together. He was responsible for many chores, but primarily taking care of the calves and feeding the pigs. There would be a traveling carnival that came to his town every year that he liked to go to. On a regular day, he would get up and eat breakfast. Then his parents would take him to school, pick him up from school. Then he would do chores, have supper, and did homework. Then he went to bed. It was a pretty simple, but a very busy life. He grew up in an old farmhouse, and he lived in the country. His closest neighbor was about half a mile away. One of his most narrow escapes was when he was holding a sickle outside his car window. Then he accidentally dropped it and cut his arm badly. He celebrated his birthdays by having family over, opening presents, and his mom making him a cake. Everyone would come to his house on Thanksgiving and eat and play games. On Christmas, he would go to his grandparents that lived in Howard, and they would eat, open presents, and hang out with the family. His favorite toys were a thrashing machine and a steam engine. He grew up on a farm right outside of Coleman. One time, he was sitting outside of a store while his older sister was in getting groceries. He put the car out of the parking gear into drive and was sitting on a hill. The car then rolled down the hill right into a store. He had a horse named Ginger and dogs that were named Lassie, Cindy, and Rover. He also had a billy goat that was not named, but it went into one of their cornfields and messed around with the corn. His father did not enjoy that too much. His favorite meal that his mother made was fried chicken, and what made it so special was that it was from his chickens that he had raised. He attended Coleman School District. He started school at about age 6 or 7. His favorite subject in school was spelling. His favorite teacher in school was Mrs. Genshin because she was very nice to him. He got to school by one of his parents bringing him there until 8th grade, when he could start driving himself to school. He was in band and played the trombone. He had a very good band teacher and did not have a bad memory while in band. His favorite school memory was when he went to the FFA convention in Kansas City. He did not like playing football as a freshman because he had to go against bigger kids that were older than him. His graduation was celebrated by having relatives over after. He would help his dad around the farm and his mom around home. He liked going to the Trent Pool, and he'd go to the drive-in theaters in Madison and Brookings. Things that were popular were country western music and cowboy boots, jeans, and button-down shirts. He also enjoyed driving around town during nighttime. There was no technology at home or in school like there is now. He remembered that he and all his friends liked basketball and other sports. That was their form of entertainment. He went to South Dakota State University for college and decided to stick to farming after he was done with it. His first job was farming, and he helped his dad with cattle, field work, and etc. Some things that he remembers working was long, hard hours. He loved working with his dad and liked doing different things around the farm. Things he has learned about choosing a career is to choose something you love doing. He met his wife at a dance in Del Rapids. They were married on January 25, 1959. They lived by Prairie Junction in Coleman, South Dakota. Their wedding colors were burgundy, and their honeymoon was in Jackson, Missouri. They've lived in about 5 farms in a 2-mile radius of each other. 2 have been knocked down, and the one they're living in right now was just built. And important things he has learned about marriage is that you have to give and take. An important thing he has passed down to his kids is to work hard and be truthful. What he has enjoyed about being a grandparent is being able to see them, spending time with them, and watching them in activities they are in. One of his most humorous moments of being a parent was that his son, Brad, made the same mistake he did. He put the cart of gear on a hill and hit the smokehouse. His grandkids remind him of his own children because they are very talkative and lose their temper very easily. If he could pick a tradition that he hopes his children and grandchildren will carry on with their children is to spend time with their family as much as they can. He remembers going to Kansas and Missouri on vacations while his children were growing up. They went there because his family lived there and they liked getting together. These vacations were few, as milk and cows did not allow much time of it. Today he likes to celebrate holidays and birthdays by spending time with his wife and family. They enjoy having parties, playing games, and going out to eat on birthdays. He rented his first farm and house, and it was a shared rent. His first car was a '55 Oldsmobile, and it cost about $3,000. Country western was popular music when they were first married. Marty Robbins' song called White Sport Coat was the most popular song. Leather jackets were popular, and so was the jitterbug dance. He went to a Black Hills Bible camp. They still attend the same church they did when they were married in Wentworth, South Dakota. He is a trustee in his church. His faith is important to him, and he feels it has made him a better person. He was on the Coleman School Board when they built a new school. He was an FFA when they went to Kansas City. He is friends with other farmers, so they help each other out a lot and give each other advice. He has enjoyed golfing, watching grandchildren in their activities, riding bike, going to concerts, and seeing their favorite performers. If he could teach anything to his grandchildren, it would be to be respectful to everyone. He remembers when they had all their sirens and bells after the war ended. He also remembers Homeland Security after 9/11. And things that has made him the happiest and things he feels proud of is getting married and having children. The greatest accomplishment in his life was farming. The greatest day of his life was seeing his first great-grandchild being born. The worst days of his life was when his parents died. He would be surprised to know that he does get mad. He usually seems like a very patient, quiet man. He likes the way his life has turned out and would not change anything about it. The Star-Spangled Banner is a song that is most special to him. Sun rises everywhere, but crop grows only where the farmer has worked hard. Similarly, God is, but His grace is only for one who works hard.